Hello and welcome again to the Bunny Perspective. Sequel month is still rolling, and this time it's a movie sequel. So what movie did I decide to tackle for episode 2 of sequel month? Fucking Predator 2! Why? Well, not just because I signed up for the Dig forums collab about aliens and predators, but also because this is the most 90s movie I've ever seen. Predator 2 also happens to be my favorite Danny Glover movie of all time. So let's get that intro a-going.
Way back then it was okay to be a little weird, but all my friends are dead and some have even grown a beard.
So right away, this fucking movie is all about LA, and I can't think of a crazier time than the 90s to be in LA. There were gang wars like crazy.
Bodies strung out.
Cops were always outgunned by the masses of bagmen.
Bodies with the skins ripped off, the hearts torn from the cadavers.
Doing drugs, armed to the gills. And monsters with heat vision roamed unchecked.
Ugly mother.
Yeah, this movie is massively exaggerated version of the 90s. The first thing you have to talk about with a Predator movie is its location. The first movie was a jungle, and the second movie is a concrete jungle. The first thing this movie does is a fake out. This is a clear transition from the first movie to the second. Having this movie take place in LA is genius, as the Predator killing people who are also killers. The second thing about a Predator movie is the warrior from Earth who has to kick the intergalactic hunter's ass. Played famously in the original by Arnold Schwarzenegger,
See you at the party, Richter!
and infamously in the second movie by Danny Glover.
We didn't hear that.
Which I never found to be fair. He does a good job as a cop, and honestly, when I think of an LA cop, I think of Danny Glover.
Which means you're cutting off my dick and shoving it up my ass.
Totally over-the-top 90s cop. He's hard-boiled, he hates the rules, and he's sweaty. The third best part of a Predator movie is the weapons, both human and alien.
Danny boy.
The first movie had the monster wielding the famous shoulder cannon and spear. This movie introduces us to the disc blade and a couple other small alien things. It's weird that the Predator is the James Bond of space monsters. The best part about the weapons are the human weapons. Every fucking gun has a scope, a sight, and a flashlight, no matter how impractical. This fucking shotgun has a scope!
Too small.
Who uses these weapons at range? Do you ever even see them looking down these scopes? Okay, enough listing, everyone. I need to tell you something really important about this movie. Bill Paxton is in this movie!
Lieutenant Harrigan, I'm the new transfer. Kids, have a seat. I'll keep you right with you. What's this dude?
The last person in the world you want to fuck with.
Paxton is most famously quoted in the better sequel, Aliens. Game over, man! Game over! Personally, I love Paxton. He is one of the best vampires in Near Dark, and he tends to play the annoying guy in sci-fi movies.
And the doctor says, I need a semen, stool, and urine sample. I say, gee, doc, I'm in a big hurry. Can I just leave my underwear?
Oh shit, that's a big-ass joint. Yeah, let's talk about the gangs for a second. They are some of the most ridiculous dressed people outside of Mad Max.
Now lay your guns down.
Oh, and check out this limo. Yeah, that's the only way to travel. Well, that's all I have to say about the gangs, except apparently they really like having spastic sex. Damn, put a spoon in that bitch's mouth. So this entire movie, even though he never says it, Danny Glover is too old for this shit.
Look familiar?
I don't know if this counts as a jump scare if nothing actually jumps. The lights in Predator sound cool.
This is a restricted area.
March! Spread out, secure the roof. Just take it easy. Right here.
Oh, you know what? Did I mention that Gary Busey is in this movie?
They say that persistence is one of your most outstanding qualities.
Hey, look, I know this is your show, but
You're not listening to me.
I wish I could say there was something interesting about him in this role, but he just plays a government dick. Hey, nice suit, Gary. That pyramid tie isn't a tell at all. He's not a cover-up agent working for the Masons. You know they control everything. Conspiracies aren't real, dummies.
I'll take care of him.
No. Let him go.
Wanted to. I had an idea. Gary Busey doesn't let me do anything. Another thing about 90s movies set in LA is everyone is sweaty as shit.
It never ends.
But we're a little short of cash, if you know what I mean.
No need for that.
I'll take that. Yes, again.
See? Second Amendment at work, you guys! This movie has a ton of carryover from the first. The concrete jungle analogy is just the beginning. See, like, the leader of the Jamaican gang is basically a proxy for the Native American in the first movie. I love this transition with the severed head, by the way. And the very idea that it's the LAPD versus a black ops troop is also a corollary, especially when you think that Danny Glover is constantly, like, disobeying orders to do this.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Ben? Come on. Handle investigation.
We didn't hear that.
This movie is the first time the Predators have some meaning. The Predators really only fight fair game. There are a couple examples. The Pred could kill a kid, an innocent, naked, spastic girl, and he doesn't. Damn, girl, you have no idea how to do that, do you? Just hopping around. That's not right. He also could kill this Preggers chick, and he chooses not to, even though she has a gun. There's clearly a code of honor with these creatures, though the original movie does imply this. So, I mean, there are a lot of fight scenes that I can't really analyze. There's not really a lot to say. I mean, this isn't like Tony Jaa we're talking about here. They're standard, they work, blah, blah, blah. The Predators also reward hunters no matter if they're a Predator alien or Danny Glover.
Okay. Who's next?
Look at that badass.
Take it.
You've earned it, my friend.
Don't worry, asshole. You'll get another chance.
Yeah, in like 13 years. Worst sequel bait ever.
I could go on, but I've talked almost too much. Predator 2 isn't winning any awards for its originality, but it does do something just as good. It doesn't fuck anything up. Just doesn't do anything wrong. It's dated, the dialogue is kind of lame, and the acting is way hammy, but it's an interesting time capsule movie. People thought this was hip. Well, not this, but the things based on this. We wore high-waisted pants and used useless scopes on the least practical of guns and morning stars. If you like dumb sci-fi action, come here and have a blast. It's a little boring in places and the plot is pretty simple, but it's fun to see the dumb outfits people used to wear. Not to mention their haircuts. Until next time, I'm way too old for this shit.
I'm an alien from outer space. I'm a cyber girl without a face, a heart or a mind. I'm a product of the middle. I'm a slave girl without a race. On the run 'cause they hit to erase and chase out my kind. Come to destroy me. Come to destroy me. And I think to myself, wait, it's impossible. Never gonna know me.
My personal feelings on Predator 2. I always kind of liked this movie, and I'm not gonna lie, I definitely didn't finish watching it when I was watching it here. I'd seen it a lot when I was a kid, and I knew what was good about it and what was probably gonna be ridiculous. Nothing is so bad it's funny here, and that's actually kind of an unfortunate thing. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I hope you guys enjoy the new format. If you have any questions, please do contact me, and do come to the stream. thebunnyperspective.com/bunnyperchannel, the live stream where you can see my stoner counterpart talk with no puppets. Yay! Oh, and Own Citizen, Iron Liz, and Diamond Hagen have all been regular guests on there, so you might as well come and see it. Whee!
Get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars. Get your